What's up, solo players? Today I wanted to talk about the March update coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2 in, well, March. From a brand new offline game mode, to potential new heroes and reinforcements, to a brand new map, there are things we know that are coming for certain, and things that we can speculate on that have the chance of seeing the light of day in just a few short weeks. To clarify, most of this is speculation, but I think this could be the best update to come to the game yet, if you're a fan of single-player offline content and the original trilogy. So sit back and let's talk about all things related to this month's patch. For starters, this month brings a long time awaited map to the game that players have been wanting to see since pretty much the launch of the game. We will be revisiting the beaches of Scarif from Rogue One later on this month. The map is a port from Battlefront 2015, but will be repurposed to play the new game modes. Now, what game modes exactly has yet to be confirmed. Ben Walk, our community manager for Star Wars Battlefront 2, has only confirmed the new map to be coming to the game this month. It's likely we'll see it in Supremacy and hopefully instant action, but as far as co-op and Galactic Assault goes, nothing has been mentioned from what I could find. With the backlash for the lack of support for Galactic Assault, it wouldn't surprise me if DICE eventually added Scarif to Galactic Assault. If they did, I don't think it would come this month though, since they seem to be focused on co-op and Supremacy at the moment. But because of the high request from fans, I do think we could potentially see Scarif coming to Galactic Assault in a few months from now. The other thing that we know that's coming for certain this month is the capital ship maps from the Age of Resistance to co-op. This comes from the community transmission from the recent patch we received. We currently have the capital ships from the prequel era playable in co-op right now, and this month we are supposed to be getting the new capital ships from the sequel era as well. Regarding Supremacy, it would surprise me if we didn't get all the vanilla large-scale maps from the original trilogy in Supremacy and Instant Action. I've seen a lot of discussion on Twitter and Reddit of people speculating that we'll only get a few maps this month and more later on, but I don't see a clear reason for this. It seems DICE cranks out all the necessary maps for Supremacy for each era in one go. Their pattern has been to release all the maps for co-op one month, and then all the maps for Supremacy the following. Although Crate and Starkiller Base from the sequel era hasn't seen maps for Supremacy or Instant Action, I don't think it's because they're not finished and that they have plans on releasing them at a later date, but rather there are other reasons. For Starkiller Base, I think DICE has simply decided not to add Supremacy to that map for whatever reason, which sucks because I really want to experience Instant Action on that map. As far as Crate goes, Ben has said that Crate is a different kind of map. It's one that's been problematic for the team for whatever reason. It's why we haven't gotten Heroes vs Villains or co-op for that map yet, though Ben did recently tweet out saying that they'll see about it in the future. At the moment though, I think the Age of Resistance is over regarding co-op and Supremacy. I don't see why DICE would split up 6 maps over the next few months. The maps I think we'll get this month are the 6 major ones: Endor, Hoth, Tatooine, Yavin 4, the Death Star 2, and Scarif. But I can be completely wrong and they could end up splitting them up. The likely scenario I see though is us getting co-op for Scarif this month and then Supremacy for Scarif next month in April. But either way, I do think we'll see all 5 vanilla maps come to Supremacy and Instant Action this month. I hope anyways, but that's my speculation regarding that. With the Age of Rebellion patch that came out at the end of February, data miners managed to uncover unreleased things that could potentially be coming to the game, maybe even seeing the light of day as soon as this month if we're lucky. From star card loadouts to co-op missions being playable offline, there's quite a bit to unpack here. Star card loadouts were one of the things found in the files, and if you've played Battlefront 2015 then you know what these do. Essentially, you can have different presets to pick from regarding your star cards instead of having to go through and customize your loadout card by card each match. Essentially, one could have a loadout ready for Galactic Assault on close quarter maps like Death Star, and one ready for large open maps like Geonosis, which saves a lot of time if you're itching to get back into the action quickly. From the videos I've seen, it looks like a feature that's pretty much ready to go. I'm sure there are bugs to sort out, but it seems like a feature that could come this month. The other big thing that was found in the files were the modes in co-op playable in offline Instant Action. According to the findings, DICE might be working on bringing the attack and defend modes in co-op to offline. 8 maps were found playable, with the rest still being in development. I've seen a lot of people comment saying that DICE is only testing this, but that doesn't make any sense either. The argument comes from 2 maps of Galactic Assault being found in the files in which the AI was programmed to play the objective. But from my understanding, these were uncovered before Instant Action came to the game, so DICE was likely testing out what their new AI was capable of before implementing them into the modes we have now. The lack of maps shows that they were testing Galactic Assault for probably testing purposes. While 8 maps already exist for offline co-op, I'm sure if DICE was only testing it, they'd stop at the 2nd or 3rd map, not program it for 8 whole maps. Plus, why would they need to test offline co-op in the first place? It already exists in multiplayer. It's already a mode that exists and works. I have a feeling they're definitely thinking about adding it, and it's really just a matter of when at this point. I think we'll see offline co-op make its way to the game, and we'll either see it this month or get an announcement about it this month. It should be noted that while only 8 maps have been found playable for offline co-op, that doesn't represent DICE's progress with it. Nothing of Scarif being playable has been found in the files, yet it's coming this month. So don't take things data miners find in the files as a direct representation of how much progress DICE currently has finished on a given feature or asset. We might never see offline co-op officially come to the game, and Scarif might somehow already have a Galactic Assault map ready to be played. We just don't know, but we can take guesses based on what we see and considering all things. Next, I want to talk about the likelihood of seeing new heroes and reinforcements this month. A lot of YouTubers are saying that it's highly unlikely we will see new heroes or reinforcements, but even if I'm wrong, I'm going to go against the grain and say that it's extremely likely. And I promise I'm not just being a nonconformist. I have some ground to stand on with my claim. Regarding heroes, for each update regarding Supremacy and co-op, we've gotten at least one brand new hero for each era. When co-op and Supremacy came to the prequel era, we were gifted with Anakin, Obi-Wan, Grievous, and Count Dooku. When co-op and Supremacy came to the sequel era, we got BB-8 and BB-9. So it only makes sense for DICE to follow this trend and add at least one new hero for each faction for the Age of Rebellion update. The obvious and probably most requested pick for the original trilogy would be Jyn Erso and Director Krennic.
Soon I will be the Emperor's closest confidant.
Reckless, aggressive, and undisciplined. Pretty much sums it up.
While they were heroes from Battlefront 2015, they would obviously fit perfectly with the return of Scarif, especially if DICE is trying to meet their status quo of adding new heroes for each era in their Supremacy and co-op updates. A lot of people have been saying it's unlikely since the developers at DICE usually tease things like that, but the last update brought us brand new weapons, 4 of them at that. DICE has received so much slack for not adding new weapons, and we didn't even get a light tease that they were coming. DICE kinda just dropped them like a bomb. In fact, it seemed like one of the last things we would ever get in this game, and they just released them out of nowhere. So that's my argument about why I think we will get new heroes this month, them being Jyn Erso and Director Krennic. However, my second line of defense on this argument is that we'll only get co-op for Scarif this month, but next month we'll get Supremacy for Scarif, and with it will come Jyn Erso and Director Krennic, or at least some sort of new hero and villain. I think it would be weird to get new heroes for every era except the original trilogy regarding the co-op and Supremacy updates, but we'll have to wait and see. Regarding reinforcements, I really don't know if we'll see any more for the original trilogy. Although each era got 4 brand new reinforcements in total for their respective era, it's tough to say for the original trilogy. I think it's possible to see Shore Troopers come as reinforcements when Scarif arrives, but it makes sense for them to be default skins for that map, along with the Rebellion default skins we got in Battlefront 2015 Scarif maps. My guess is that instead of seeing a new set of reinforcements, we will likely see these as default skins for Scarif, or brand new skins to customize our troopers as. I think DICE would put authenticity above new reinforcements, and that I could see them prioritizing default skins for regular troopers that would fit specifically for Scarif over making a new set of reinforcements. But again, this is just my speculation. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are your thoughts and speculations on what we'll see this month? Are you excited about potentially getting offline co-op? And for fun, if you made it this far into the video, hit me with the hashtag Soloplayersmatter in the comments below as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, especially if you play Star Wars Battlefront or are a Star Wars fan in general. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Strike requested. I think we can slip right by.